Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. Today I'd like to share with you the free gift that is with Papercraft Essentials issue 155. Now unfortunately I don't have the magazine to show you this month, but this is the gift that you will find inside the pack. Now the magazine is going to be on sale on the 11th of January in selected supermarkets and craft stores, as well as WH Smith's. You can also take out a subscription or buy the magazine itself direct from moremags.com. So this is one of the signature dies from Joanna Sheen, and here we have the fairy along with the stars that she can sprinkle from her wand. Now inside the pages of the magazine you'll find lots of inspiration on how to use this free gift. Now also in the magazine you will have the opportunity to buy this beautiful stamp set that coordinates any of the fairy dies from Joanna. All you need to do to get this is use the code that's inside the pages and pay the postage and packing. So here's some ideas on how to use the die set. I've used the stamp from the pack and I've just added this fairy to a stencil background. For this one I've cut the fairy from foam and I've used her as a stamp, and I've just created an aperture in the card using other elements from the stamp set to decorate the edges. And for this one I've used again the stamp set, the toadstool and the door, and then I've just created another scene that goes around the edge and I've cut the fairy in black. So for today's card I have a top folded card. I've also got myself a little mat that's going to sit on the front, and that will be trimmed down once we've finished the background technique. Now for this panel we're going to create some butterflies from the Fairies Wings, so we need to cut this twice. Normally if you're creating a stamp from something, from a die, you would use foam. But when I originally did this I just used card, and so that's what I'm going to do again today. I'm going to cut the Fairies Wings out of just ordinary card. Now if you place the two fairies together so that they're lined up nice and equal, and then with some small scissors I'm just going to cut the wings off. Now with the wings cut I've just added some glue to a block, and that's just going to hold the wings in place. So you'll need to flip one of them over and place it alongside the other, and that will just hold those in place while you do a little bit of stamping. Your block will wash in soapy water to get the glue off once you've finished. Now we're going to stamp these wings in Versamark, and we're going to sprinkle them with some silver embossing powder. Now normally if you're embossing you would go over this sheet with an anti-static bag, but I'm not going to do that this time. We're just going to emboss straight onto it, so hopefully there will be fingerprints on there. So I'm going to use an old mouse mat to do my stamping on, and I'm going to cover that with some white paper, and then with my Versamark I'm going to ink up my wings, and I'm going to place these down randomly on that card. Now once you've got that stamped in a random pattern, you're just going to add the embossing powder. Now once you tip it off you can see all the fingerprints and all the lines from the block. So all I'm going to do is take a paintbrush and I'm just going to remove some of these lines, some of these marks from my sheet. So although we've made a mistake and we've sort of, I don't know, messed it up, we're going to take advantage of this lovely embossing and work it to our advantage. So I'm not removing it all, I'm just removing it in sections, just little bits of it here and there. Now you might think I've lost the plot, but I haven't really. Just bear with me, because there's no way I'm going to throw away a lovely piece of card like this. So at the moment you're thinking, no, but wait until we've embossed it. So now with this Versamark pen, we're just going to add in some extra silver. So I'm just putting down some large circles or some large blobs. You can just see the Versamark on the card. So once you've done that and you're happy with the amount that you've got, you're going to sprinkle that again with your silver powder. And now you can heat emboss that again. So there we've got the silver embossed panel, and this was a happy accident because obviously using card was a little bit too thin, and the block created the lines on the card, and once I'd done it I was really disappointed with the effect. But so as not to waste anything, I continued, and then once I'd completed it I was quite pleased with the result. So the other things I need for my card are some silver ribbon, and I have a happy birthday sentiment here. I'm going to cut this several times in white and then once in silver. I'm going to stack all the white ones together and put the silver one on the top. Quick and easy card using silver embossing powder and turning the fairies' wings into butterflies. Now this card was created from the mistake that I made with this one, and that was not going over my sheet with an anti-static bag and cutting the fairies' wings from card instead of foam to turn them into stamps. And this was one that I did using the same kind of process but in a different colour. So I'm sure you'll agree that there's 3 very pretty cards there from what could have been a mistake that ended up in the trash can. So here's another look at the die that's free with Papercraft Essentials, issue 155. The stamp set you can purchase by using the code in the magazine and simply paying the postage and packing. And there's some of my ideas using both of these 2 gifts that you might like to try. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.